everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game. And we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Manning's Giants going up against Bridgewater's Vikings. So with that, let's get up to the new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. On the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Shift together here from the D-line. They come up in an offset eye. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On second down, here's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Edmund Robinson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning surveying the field. Looking deep downfield. Dwayne Harris, the intended target. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Let's go. Blue 58.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. LaShawn McCoy, 78 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Get ready. Wide 80. Wide 80.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Set.
Bridgewater now on second down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
Second down following the run. On play action. Now Manning. He's got time. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. The first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, Everson Griffin, in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. On third and long, it's Manning. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll come out in the pistol. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hookup here. It's Kyle Rudolph. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Complete. This is Lewis. And he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Another pistol look here. Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And he'll get it up the middle. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Second down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning will try again on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. First down, Bridgewater. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The ball carrier there, Adrian Peterson, he turned 31 back in March. But
after his return from knee surgery a few years ago, that incredible return, I don't think we look at his number the same way as we do a lot of running backs who turn 30.
Yeah, I agree. And right now, standing 17th all-time in the NFL rushing ranks. 2nd and 5. Again, Peterson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J-Ron Hosley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Deep drop. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finding time. This is Johnson. He's got it. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And he did get it back, I do think. Yes, so no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion left is right. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll give the Vikings a 1st down.
A really nice read by the offense. They caught the defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route, and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Second down now after the pass completion. To the air again with Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
That's a nice play by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Excellent body control. A tall corner who often has to really do a great job of bending his knees to stay with his receivers. He just did a nice job there. The man they call DRC got a PBU for pass broken up.
Look at you, Mr. Acronym. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is McCoy, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Let's go. Tiger.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Asiata there out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
10 yards to go on 3rd. Peterson alone in the backfield. Bridgewater to throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
A terrific return, 30 yards all in all, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Manning now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 51 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Play clock winding down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing, Bridgewater. Got a man, it's right. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a really good gain there on the post route. Partner, how do you know to go to that pass?
When you're running the ball effectively and the safety likes to dive up there to try and help tackle, that's when you want to hit him over the top of the post in the area he vacates.
First down, Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And now a first down following that long gain. Bridgewater now from the 50. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Down throw for Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Vikings.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Bridgewater will try and throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now Manning to try again after the pick 6. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. Going left side, it's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Manning to throw on second down. Caught. It's Cruz left side. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants are going to get a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And the D looking like they may blitz. On first down, Manning. He's going to float this one. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down and 4. Peterson alone in the backfield.
Fourth. Let's go.
Bridgewater fakes a give to Peterson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Get ready.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. This is Harris. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
To Shepard, complete over the middle. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Giants first. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Fresh set of downs here. Manning now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big run for AP. 57 yards on the ground. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have to be corrected, what we have to do to win going forward, you have their full attention. They're excited, they're happy, and they know if they can build that momentum, they can ultimately achieve all their goals.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.